How we doing? Good. Obviously, good focused practice today, and that's our focus is having a good practice, getting better. Got a lot of things we got to continue to clean up, work through. We started that process today. I think the guys had a good day. Again, we're going to Tampa, play a really good football team. Regardless of what their record is, this team knows how to score. Have some really, really good defensive football players, good special teams unit. So, again, it's going to be a tremendous challenge as we go on the road again. But, again, I think our team's focused. We understand that it starts with us first. We need to get better at the things we need to correct before we get ready to play. You know, there's results we want. In order to get those, it starts in the meeting rooms and out on the practice field, and then you got to take it to the game. So that was a good start today.
People were saying it's the worst loss he's ever had. Do you like hearing that from him? Do you like hearing him being as tough on himself as that sounds?
Oh, I do. I mean, anytime your quarterback takes that on, you know, he wants to fix that. At the same time, I want everybody to take that on. You know, every unit, every coach, everybody take that on, you know, so that we can correct the things that we need to correct.
I know you don't have necessarily I don't know what kind of interaction you have in terms of him and breaking down film, but does he have the critical eye for a young player to see what he's doing?
He does, and we all watch it, you know, and he gets a chance to watch with Coach Zampese. There's times I've watched tape with him. I mean, he is very critical about the little things, you know, and I think that's where it's going to start for him. It's the little detailed things, and again, as I said before, I don't want him taking all of it on his own. You know, we got to help him. His teammates got to help him. He's got to help himself. He's got to continue to get better. But I do like the fire that burns in him.
Maybe this is a hard question to process coming off of that game, but still I'll ask, what is this team's identity at this point of the season through 6 games, and maybe what do you want it to become?
I think we're a team that's learned how to run the ball. You know, we've run the ball decently. You know, we're one of the better running teams in football today and hadn't played some decent and really good defenses. I think we haven't been as optimistic as I like us to be. We've gotten quite a few turnovers that hadn't turned into points, so we need to get better that way. We need to be able to score enough points to win. You know, I don't think 14, 15 points is enough. You know, you gotta score 24, 28 points in this league to be able to win. So those are things we got to do better. Obviously, on defense, we got to stop the run. You know, it's obvious. You know, we're not going to run from that. We need to do that better. I think getting the turnovers that they've gotten, the 16, that's been awesome. You know, we need to continue to do that. But we got to make sure that we plug the holes that we've had. And our players understand that way to get better. I just think in special teams, I think there was some improvement, but we got to still see us moving forward, you know, getting better. I think as a football team, I think fundamentally, you know, at every spot, we got to continue to grow. That's my message to the staff. Let's keep pushing that way. Let's keep getting our young guys better so that they can perform at a higher level. Pro football, you know, is a different game week in and week out because you play different teams and different teams have different strengths, you know, and so you have to be able to handle those things. So I think as a football team, especially our young players are starting to understand that every week is a new challenge. It's not the same. You have to learn from those things. But we have enough veteran players that get that, you know, and I think we have enough in that locker room that if we do what we're supposed to do, that we got a chance week in and week out. So here's another opportunity for us to get better, another opportunity to go to Tampa and get a win, and we got to do our jobs.
You seem to stress he wasn't happy with his accuracy and not being able to get the ball to the checkdowns on some of those plays. What did you see, and how do you help him get better in those areas?
I think he nailed it. There are some things that way that he can do better. We got to make sure we're in the right spots for him all the time, though. You know, I think there are some opportunities there. You know, but I think, as I said to our line coaches, we got to fight harder, longer too. You know, we got to make sure that we give up ground grudgingly for this young man. You know, I don't want people hitting our quarterback. He's been hit way too much in my mind. So we do everything we can to keep the other team's defensive line and linebackers and safeties off of our quarterback. And then he's got to get the ball out of his hands. So I've seen some things where he can improve, but I've seen some things where the unit can improve more than anything.
Are you of the school of thought that you really find out what you have in a young quarterback coming off a game that doesn't go well for you?
Yes, because, I mean, when it's going well, it's great. You know, when it's not going well, it's tough. You know, I've said this a long time ago, you know, quarterbacks might as well start on their knees because they're going to be brought to their knees in this league, you know. So he's got to bounce back, and you bounce back in a good way. You lead this team to victory this week. That's what you do. So I think everything we're doing and everything we're trying to accomplish is leading to that, and that's the goal.
Who is replacing Joe Schobert?
It'll be Kirko. Kirko will be in the middle.
And then who's going to take his spot?
It'll be a combination of guys based on packages that we put in the game.
What about center? JC didn't practice today?
No, he did not.
Is he out for Sunday?
No. There's a good chance JC can be back, but we'll see as the week goes.
Orbit?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
When you talk about needing 24 to 28 points, and obviously the Bucs are a high-scoring team. I mean, do you guys feel like that you can get into a shootout with a team like that can score that amount of points?
We have to. We got to do whatever it takes to win, Mary Kay. I mean, they can score the football. You know, they proved that last week. Got 4 touchdown passes. They've had 17 total touchdowns, and 16 of them are passes. So, and they've run one in. They know how to score. They have guys that can score. We have guys that can score. You know, we got to keep putting them in position to score. And whatever it takes to win the football game, we got to be willing as a football team to do. That's just part of it.
Hugh, when you mentioned Schobert and your combination of things, I mean, his coverage against tight ends has been pretty good this year.
Mm-hmm.
They got 2 pretty lethal tight ends. So
Right.
Is that a project this week to prepare for that without him?
Oh, absolutely. O.J. Howard's done a really good job, and Burton, the other guys. Those guys have scored touchdowns. They've made catches. So we got to make sure that we're our eyes in the right spot and that we're on top of our keys. And regardless of who's covering them, whether it's safeties, linebackers, whoever, we got to have tight coverage and do a good job that way.
Tampa Bay changed defensive coordinators this week. Does that make it difficult to prepare for him, or any more difficult? Do you expect to see all the same stuff?
Yeah, I don't think you can change a lot. I mean, I'm sure he's going to change some things, and I'm sure he's going to put his personality on play calls and the defense's way. But, I mean, I think the scheme and who they are is not going to change much.
Were you on the same staff with him?
No, I do know him, though. He's a good coach, really good, fine football coach.
I mean, the fact that they've given up so many points, they've got to change something. You've got to believe they don't change coordinators just to keep things going.
Right, got to do what you got to do.
Watch the film, and Baker was holding on to the ball tonight. It looked at times like maybe there just really wasn't anybody running free or open. I mean, does that not matter? Does he just have to find a place to go with the football, or what was going on with your receivers in terms of getting open?
I think, it's a combination of everything. We got to get open, and then sometimes you just got to say uncle and throw it away. You just got to understand situational football and get better that way. And the best place to learn is under fire. And that's where he's learning those things. It's so important. Don't want to do anything to give away points. Want to do everything to put your team in a third extra long situation. So there's some learning things for him. But at the same time, we got guys that's got to get away from people. They got to create separation so he feels comfortable delivering the ball.
Teams hem him in the way that they did and try to keep him in the pocket. Do you feel as though he has what it takes to function efficiently from inside the pocket?
No doubt. And that's up to us as a coaching staff to help him.
The fact that Damari Scott's been here since April, can he realistically help you immediately, or more so than a guy off the street, I would imagine, huh?
No, I mean, it all depends. I think Perriman's here. He practiced today, which was good. Looked fine out there running around and catching and all that. Hadn't been in a game for us or anything like that. He's learned how we do it. Scott, we brought up. I mean, again, we're going to put the best guys out there to give us the best chance to win this weekend, and whoever those guys are, I mean, they're going to be ready to play. That's their job. It's what we pay them for. So I think they get that.
Carlos Hyde the last couple of weeks has got like kind of that little Le'Veon Bell hop step as he gets to the line, the hesitation. Are you guys coaching that, or is he?
No, I guarantee you we're not coaching that. No, I think it happens on certain plays, when you're waiting on certain blocks to happen. In this system, there's some of that just happens naturally with a back. But no, we're not coaching that one at all.
First impression of Perriman, do you feel like he can actually significantly help you this weekend?
I think there's a chance. Yeah, the guy's big, fast, caught the ball well today. So that's good. It's a good start.
Tyrod, after the injury and you went to Baker, you said you had no interest in trading him, and he talked today. Has that changed at all? Has there been any discussion about trading
No,
Tyrod?
none.
Do you expect him to be with the team all season?
I do. Till somebody tells me differently. You know, he's our backup quarterback.
And, your injuries at receiver have been on the lesser guys. It's the top two guys that have been healthy and are out there playing. How much do you need them to get you through this span?
Oh, we need them. You know, we need them like we needed them yesterday. I mean, they got to play well. And we got to keep giving them opportunities and chances to make plays for the football team.
What do you do outside of practice to get Antonio where he kind of needs to be, which he's got to come up the learning curve pretty quickly here?
A good conversation, that's all. Because I think he's doing everything else pretty well. I just think, you know, he's got to be consistent, and he's very talented. You know, again, I think this is another young man who hadn't played a lot of football in a while, you know, so, but he's ours. And so we got to do everything we can as coaches. I'm sure Baker's spending time, I think we all are, trying to do everything we can to get him to where he needs to be, because he's going to be a fine player. You know, it's just how fast is the consistency piece going to happen for him. We needed to happen yesterday. So he'll continue to work. He had a really good practice today. He's just got to keep stringing good practices together and go play well.
Do you sense at all that he has lost any little bit of his confidence, or is he doing okay?
No, he's doing fine. He's not that kind of kid.
Are drops mental? I mean, he's obviously talented enough to make some great catches at times, but then when you see consistently that he does have the drops, do you think it's a mental thing, or how do you work
Well,
through that?
I can't tell you it's not a mental thing. I can't tell you that it is, neither. I think you work through that. I mean, there's a Jackson machine. There's putting guys under pressure in practice situations. It's all those things I think you work through, you know. But again, you go back out and give guys a chance to show that again. Let's rebuild the confidence and put them back in situations where they can make plays and move forward, you know. Obviously, the drop rate is not what we want. We don't want to drop as many balls as we have. We can do that better, and we will do it better.
Do you guys classify that one in the end zone as a drop, even if you didn't touch it?
I think that was a tough play, personally. You know, I think if he would have made it, he would have been on Sports Center. He didn't make it, so you guys are talking about it. You know,
Consider that a drop?
I don't personally. I don't know if anybody else do. I know when I looked at it, that was going to be if he would have made that play, it would have been a hell of a play.
Tabs on drops.
I'm sorry?
You guys, the coaches, keep tabs.
Oh
on
yeah,
drops.
yes we do.
If he had dived, he would have caught it for sure. Do you at least
Didn't
tell him?
dive. Didn't dive.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, didn't dive. If you absolutely, you know, if you feel that's what it takes to go make the play, go make the play. The play is what matters. Doesn't matter how you do it. You know, you can be on your back, sideways, one hand stand. I don't care. Make the play.
So you don't call it a drop, but there should have been more effort.
Right. To me, he was in the vicinity to where you do anything and everything you can to try to make the play. Now, like I said, it would have been an unbelievable play. If you go back and look at it in real time, I mean, it's a tough play to make with a guy in between you and the ball, and where the ball's going, the ball's kind of, tailing away, you know. But we believe he has that talent to make that kind of play.
The one to Ratley, I think at the end of the flea flicker. But
Tough play. But that's what these guys have to do. That's what big-time NFL receivers do, you know, and that's what we expect. You know, was it a tough catch? Yeah, it was going to be a tough catch. The angle the ball was on, the angle he was on, but you got to find a way. You got to find a way to make those plays.
Receivers to make those plays. That's been a problem.
I'm sorry?
How do you get your receivers to make those plays? Because that's been a problem here for years. You mentioned that NFL players make those plays, and we don't see those plays here. So how do
Well,
you
I
get
think
to
you've
that?
seen Jarvis make one earlier against the Jets, running through the seam with a guy in between him and the ball, and he goes up and goes over him. I think we've seen David catch a ball in the corner of the end zone, and to me, kudos to David, because he hadn't made that play. You know, he hadn't made that play. We tried to throw him that same ball all last year about 6 times in the same area, and he didn't make it. And he made it the other day. Man, I was excited, let me tell you. You know, but that's what you do. You keep working with these guys. You keep putting them in situations to make those plays, and they make them. We have these guys on our team because we think they can play. You know, obviously, we haven't caught the ball as well. They get it. They understand it. But they got to keep playing. They got to play through it. There's some guys that come out the other side of it, and you don't see that again. There's some guys that, you know, because they can't catch, don't make it in the National Football League. That's how it works.